hmm just looking through the court directory, it looks like that there could be quite a few individuals that are getting sued. Yeah. See, personal and subject matter jurisdiction seems to be somewhat important to certain courts. Yeah. But the individuals that say, well, we don't have to, it's my problem. I need to motion the court if I have an issue. You know, I can't motion the court when you didn't have subject matter and personal jurisdiction. When you did not serve me the dissolution of marriage, you did not have subject matter and personal jurisdiction. Now, I explained, yes, that there is an obligation to serve the respondent a dissolution of marriage. Yep. And for every time that you arrested me, all the time I spent in jail, all the times that you made me go to court, yes, and every time that you made me have a mental health evaluation, you never served me the dissolution of marriage. Now, I've proven that my sons are kidnapped. Do you understand that? And for the deputy chief fish, yes, that happens to be a Neanderthal, yes, it could be that your whereas is really upsetting. Now, I'm not the criminal. You intentionally did not want me to have the dissolution of marriage. When the petitioner had an obligation to serve me, when the police department had an obligation to serve me, yes. When the sheriff's department served me, poop. And for every time that you arrested me, you have intentionally allowed for my sons, yes, to be in the custody of my wife without any actual personal jurisdiction or subject matter jurisdiction. Yes. Now, I want them returned, and I want put in prison Deputy Chief Fish Caveman that does or does not have sex with Neanderthal women right now. I'm not the criminal. I'm informing you of what the law says. Yes. I provided to you the expungement order from Guam. And I recently explained to you what the contract, no, the contact between Paul Budnick and Mrs. Budnick, not Mrs. Budnick's look-alike twin sister. Yes, not any look-alike employees of the government of the United States. I have never violated any court order that you served me, even though you never protected my rights. Now, I'd like those rights enforced. Yes. I'd like to live with Marilyn Van Proyen, and I want her husband arrested. Now, if you could just go ahead and do that. I'm not the criminal. You are. Deputy Chief Fish, Ooch, Goiter. For those that have a problem swallowing, yes, I notice what I called the gurgle. Yes. See, when you sew into the actual esophagus of an individual with the intention of choking them, coughing them, puking them, you in the Neanderthal family, Pope, have what's known as a gurgle. You sew it in yes, using a technology. And then you're able to cough an individual, yes, because your whole intention is to choke those that are American citizens. Now, if I could get your goiter there, Deputy Fish, pooch, I'd like to sew in a little technology, yes, that would cause you to have to vomit all the poison in your body. Now, this is known as the rectal, referring to the rectum of the body. Mhm. The rectum is the lower terminal portion of the large intestine, connecting the colon and the anus. Yes, it is. Now, why don't you get me your proctology examinations for your probate? Oh, no, prostate. See, there's this idea that you might have a prostate problem. You might have a hernia somewhere in your intestines. Yes. And a large finger. If you've ever been involved in sports, yes, because I have. I've had a physical. Yes, yes. The thought of me just having a big finger stuck right up in there and having you bent over and coughing
Yes.
could relieve you of the gurgle problem that you've been having as a deputy chief fish.
Yes.
Now, for every Neanderthal in the important, it's time to have a check of your prostate and making sure
Yes.
that you do not have any hernias. Now, I would like you to remove your pants,
Yes.
bend over, and stick a large